Hi, this is Nana. Today we are going to continue our lecture on three-dimensional geometry. Today we are going to study distance of a point from a plane. How to calculate distance of a point from a plane. So what is given to us? Let's write it down. We are given a point P and plane whose vector equation is r vector dot n cap equals to d. This is given to us, a point P and a plane r vector dot n cap equals to d. Let a vector be the position vector of that particular point. Let a vector be the position vector of point P. So we are given the position vector of point P and the plane whose equation is r vector dot n cap equals to d. Now we need to find the distance of this point from the plane. So suppose this is the plane. Suppose this is the plane. Let's name this plane as pi1. This is the plane pi1. I'm naming this plane. The plane's name is pi1. Suppose this is origin. So distance of origin from the plane is going to be, suppose this point is n. So distance of this point ON will be the distance of this plane from the origin. Since the equation of the plane is r vector dot n cap equals to d, so distance of this plane from origin is small d. So ON is equals to d. Now let us assume the point P is here. This is our point P. Position vector of this point is a vector. So this is a vector. OP vector is a vector. Now, let's say a plane. I'm assuming a plane pi2. This plane pi2 is a plane which is parallel to the plane pi1 and it passes through the given point P. Pi1 is the plane whose equation is r vector dot n cap equals to d, and pi2 is a plane which is parallel to the plane pi1 and which passes through the point P. So P lies in the plane pi2. Suppose there's a point, an arbitrary point r in this plane pi2 whose position vector is r vector. Therefore, if I'll talk about rp vector, then this vector and the vector normal to this plane are perpendicular to each other. Now suppose here the equation of the plane is r vector dot n cap equals to d. So the normal vector of plane pi1 is n cap and the normal vector of this plane pi2 will also be n cap because these planes are parallel to each other. So can I say that rp vector dot n cap is going to be 0. Why? Because RP vector lies in the plane pi 2 and n cap is a vector normal to this plane. Therefore, their scalar product is going to be 0 because they are perpendicular to each other. So what is RP vector? RP vector is R vector minus A vector dot n cap equals to 0. So you will get R vector dot n cap is equals to A vector dot n cap. This is the equation of plane pi 2. This is the equation of plane pi 2. Now we have the equation of plane pi 2. From the vector equation of plane, we say that this quantity in the RHS is the distance of that plane from origin. Suppose this point is M. So can I say the distance of origin from pi 2 is going to be A vector dot n cap? Here we had ON equals to D and now we have OM is equals to A vector dot n cap. A vector dot n cap. But what I need to find? I need to find the distance of P from the plane pi 1. Can you see from here that the distance of plane P from this plane is going to be equals to Mn? So distance of P from plane pi 1 is basically equals to Mn. What is Mn? Mn is On minus Om. Mn is On minus Om. What is Om? On is D. And what is Om? Om is A vector dot n cap. Since we know that the distance is always positive, so I'm putting it inside the mod. This modulus implies that distance is always positive. So this is how you can calculate the distance. Let's write it down again. Distance of point, let's make it a star point. First star point is distance of point P with position vector A vector from plane given by R vector dot n cap equals to D is equals to mod of A vector dot n cap minus D. Now suppose we need to find the distance of point P whose position vector is A vector from plane whose equation is given by R vector dot n vector equals to D. In this case, you're given normal vector, and in this case, you were given a unit vector normal to the plane. So, in this particular case, the distance will be equals to A vector dot n vector minus D mod whole upon it will be mod of n vector. This will be the distance of point P whose position vector is A vector from the plane whose equation is R vector dot n vector equals to D. So from this point, I can also conclude that distance of origin from plane. Distance of origin from plane r vector dot n vector equals to d is going to be d upon mod of n vectors mod. Let's take an illustration. Before taking the illustration, let's see the equation of, let's discuss the concept again in Cartesian form. Suppose we have the point x1, y1, z1 and we need to find the distance of this point from the plane given by ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0. Let's discuss the Cartesian form. Now for the Cartesian form, suppose you're given the point x1, y1, z1 and the equation of the plane is ax plus by plus cz plus d equals to 0. Then distance of P from the plane is going to be mod of under root, put x1 in place of x, put y1 in place of y and put z1 in place of z. You will get what? You will get ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d whole upon under root of a square plus b square plus c square. If you remember, this formula is same as, it resembles the formula when we calculate distance of a point from a line. In that case also we put the point in the line and divide it by the root of sum of squares of the coefficients. So this is how you can calculate the distance of a point from the plane whose equation is given in Cartesian form. Let's take an illustration. Suppose we need to find the distance of a point 2, 5, minus 3 from the plane whose equation is r vector dot 6i cap minus 3j cap plus 2k cap equals to 4. To attempt this question, remember the formula for calculating the distance is mod of a vector dot n vector minus d whole upon mod of n vector. Now in this case, a vector is obtained from the point. A vector is 2i cap plus 5j cap minus 3k cap. Its dot product is going to be taken with the normal vector, which is 6i cap minus 3j cap plus 2k cap minus distance. Distance is this quantity in the RHS, that is 4, whole upon mod of n vector. Mod of n vector is going to be under root 6 square, that is 36, plus minus 3 square, that is 9, plus 2 square, that is 4, and whole thing inside the mod. So in the numerator part you will get 2 into 6 plus 5 into minus 3 minus 3 into 2 minus 4 whole upon, this is going to be 36 plus 13, that is 49 square root, whole inside the mod. So in the numerator you will get 12 minus 15, minus 6, minus 10. That is minus 13 over 7. So answer will be 13 upon 7 units. This is how you can calculate the distance. Let's discuss next concept. The next concept is angle between a line and a plane. Angle between line and a plane. For that purpose, you need to know the concept. Suppose this is the plane. Suppose this is the plane. This is a vector which lies in the plane. Suppose this is the line. This is the line whose angle from the plane is to be calculated. Now suppose this is the normal vector to the plane. Suppose the angle between, if you can see over here, the angle, this angle between the normal and the line is theta, then instantly you can say that this particular angle between the line and the plane is going to be its complement, that is 90 degree minus theta. So from here what you can conclude that the angle, from here you can conclude that the angle between a line and the plane is basically the complement of the angle. The angle between line and the plane is basically the complement of the angle between the line and the normal to the plane. So we don't need to calculate the angle between line and the plane. We will calculate the angle between line and the normal. And why we are doing this? Because when we are given the equation of line, suppose we are given the equation of line as r vector equals to a vector plus lambda times b vector. Then b vector is the vector which is in the direction of line. And suppose we are given the equation of plane. Suppose we are given the equation of plane. The equation of plane is r vector dot n vector equals to d. So this n vector over here is the normal vector. So when we are given the equation of line and the plane, we are already given a vector which is in direction of the plane, direction of the line, and a vector which is normal to the line. So we have the equation, we have the normal vector, we have the vector in direction of line. So we can easily calculate the angle between them. And after taking the complement, we can calculate this particular angle. So this is how we are going to do this problem. So now we are with b vector and n vector. So if we want to find the angle theta, this was normal, this is line, and this is plane. This is theta and this is 90 degree minus theta. So from here cos theta is going to be b vector dot n vector upon mod of b vector into mod of n vectors mod. But what I need 90 degree minus theta. Let's say 90 degree minus theta is equals to phi. I need to find the angle phi. So suppose if I find the angle sine of phi, then sine of phi will be equals to sine of 90 degree minus theta. And sine of 90 minus theta can be written as cos theta. And you know the value of cos theta, it is b vector dot n vector upon b vectors mod into n vectors mod. So this is how you can calculate the angle. So from here you can say that sine phi is equals to this quantity. Therefore phi will be equals to sine inverse of b vector dot n vector upon mod of b vector into mod of n vectors mod. This is how you can calculate the distance. Let's take an illustration. The question is, find angle between the line whose equation is x plus 1 upon 2 equals to y upon 3 equals to z minus 3 upon 6 and the plane 10x plus 2y minus 11z equals to 3. To solve this question, we know that the angle is given by sine phi mod of b vector dot n vector. So what is b vector? B vector is a vector in direction of line that can be obtained by the direction ratios. So the vector in the direction of line will be 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 6k cap. We'll take dot product of this vector with the normal vector, and the normal vector can be obtained from the coefficients of x, y, z in the plane, and that will be 10i cap plus 2j cap minus 11k cap. And in the denominator you will write under root of 2 square 4, 3 square 9, 6 square 36 into under root of 10 square 100, 2 square 4 plus 11 square 121. So it is going to be, sine phi is going to be mod of 2 into 10 20 plus 3 into 2 6 minus 6 into 11 66 whole upon under root, this is going to be 49, under root this is going to be 100 plus 4 plus 121, that is 225. So this is, in the numerator it is going to be minus 40, in the denominator it is going to be 7 into 15. So sine phi is basically equals to 40 upon 7 into 15, which can be written as 8 upon 21. So from here you can say that phi is equals to sine inverse 8 upon 21. And that's your answer. Thank you.